Good morning, third grade. Welcome back. We're on to lesson 4 this morning. For this lesson, you might want a straight edge. I, again, have my little index card. If you want to use like another piece of paper, that's fine. You can do this without a straight edge. I just strongly recommend it. Okay, let's jump in. If you look at the bottom, we're going to look at the bottom of our page. This is always going to tell us what we're learning today. So it says, solve 1- and 2-step problems involving graphs. Okay, we can do it. So by the end of the lesson, that's what we should be able to do. Let's read number 1 together. It says, the chart below shows the number of magazines sold by each student. Okay, so we have student on top and magazines sold down here. Excellent. Let's read A together. Use the chart to draw a bar graph below. Create an appropriate scale for the graph. So the scale is the numbers that we're going to use over here. So for example, we're not going to say, let's see, Ben had 300, so write 300 right here, and Rachel had 250, so we're going to write 250 right here. That doesn't make sense, right? We're going to go up by a selected interval, and whatever we select has to be the same throughout. So it says create an appropriate scale for the graph. So if we look at all of the numbers that we have here, we're not going to want to choose 10. We're going to run out of numbers too quickly, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We're not even going to get to the person who sold the least amount of magazines, which was 100. So what are you thinking? I agree. Let's do 100. We don't want to do 50 either. It's going to be too small. Again, if we do 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, we're still not going to get up to 450 or 600, which is not going to be good. So let's do 100 magazine intervals. So we'll say 100 here. The next one we're going to jump up by 100, so we'll say 200. And the next one is 300. Boop, 400. Take a jump to 5. And the last one will be 600 magazines. That looks good already, if I do say so myself. Okay, now let's just go down the line and create our bar graph. So we're going to start with Ben. Let's put Ben's name here. Ben sold 300. This is where I'm going to use my straight edge. So I'm going to find Ben's name, find 300, and what I'm going to do is just draw a line like that over Ben's name and at 300. And then we can draw a line down and down. You can leave it like that, or if you want to do your little, cute little scribble inside, you may. I'm going to leave that up to you. Okay, next we have Rachel. Shout out to Rachel, I miss you. Okay, I miss all my students for sure. Okay, remember how we're going to find 250, because 250 is not on this side. It's nowhere. So we have to find it, right? What two numbers does 250 come in between? Exactly, it comes exactly in between 200 and 300. If I were to count up from 200 to 300, 201, 202, 203, exactly in the middle of my counting would be 250. So I'm going to do my very best to put this right in the middle of 300 and 200. And then make my mark over Rachel's name. Yes. And then draw my lines down. We've done bar graph number 2. That looks good. Not bar graph, but bar number 2. The whole thing is the graph, right? Jeff, you didn't do so well in the sales. It's okay. You probably had a lot going on. Maybe you had football practice like Dalton and Kevin. Maybe you were doing something else. I don't know. Okay, let's go to 100. Doing gymnastics like Abby or Avery. Okay, so right over 100. Yes. graph, you guys. This looks awesome. I'm so proud of our work here. Okay, Stanley. Shout out to my GT kids. Are you missing Mrs. Stanley? I'm sure you are. Okay, let's write Stanley's name down here. And then we need to find 450. Again, 450 is going to be found right in the middle of 400 and 500. So if I can find, remember where Stanley's name is, and then find the exact middle, draw a line. That's a little to the right, but that's okay. I have room. Nice. And Debbie, she rocked it. She was out there. She was calling Grandma. She was calling Auntie Jean. She was calling, everybody. Old family friend, Laura. And Debbie sold some magazines. Okay, so we're going to go all the way to the top because she sold 600 magazines. Way to go, Debbie. Way to earn that money for your school. Yes, Debbie. Love it. Look at that beautiful bar graph. Yours might look even better than mine. Some of my lines are a little bit slanty. I don't mind it. I still like it. But now we can read all of the data easily. Okay, let's move on to B. We need to explain ourselves. What does it say? Read it with me. Explain why you chose the scale for the graph. Well, we looked at the lowest number and the highest number and figured out that if we counted by hundreds, we could fit both the lowest and the highest number on our graph. Let's try to write that without writing so many words, because I just said a lot of words. I chose to use 100 by looking at the lowest and highest number of magazines sold. By using 100, I could fit all the numbers on the graph. And I'm going to put an exclamation point because I was excited about that. Ew. Okay. I'm going to move this up just slightly. Thank you. Will you read C with me, please? How many fewer magazines did Debbie sell than Ben and Stanley combined? So this is your two-step problem. Remember down here it says solve one and two-step problems. So I'm going to write S1 for step 1 and S2 over here. How many fewer magazines did Debbie sell than Ben and Stanley combined? So what's our sentence going to say? Let's write it. We're going to write Debbie sold blank fewer, I'm going to say mags, than Ben and Stan. We're friends. I'm going to call him Stan combined. I don't know why they leave us such tiny space, but they did. All right, sorry, take a sip of my coffee. So first let's figure out how many, we already know how many Debbie sold. That's already done. But first we need to figure out how many Ben and Stanley combined sold. So if we read our graph, Ben sold 300. So we're going to add, because combined signifies addition, right? So Ben sold 300, Stanley sold 450. 300 plus 450 is, yes, 750. And now all we need to do is subtract Debbie's total, 600, from 750 to get our answer. So I'm going to do 750 minus 600. I'm doing this vertically. 0 minus 0. Boop. Borrow. Not borrow, but you know what I mean. What am I doing that? 5 minus 0 is 5. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Brady. You're silly. 150. Probably could have done that in my head, huh? So Debbie sold 150 fewer magazines than Ben and Stanley combined. Yes, I love that sentence. Okay. Remember, if I'm ever going too fast, just pause this, finish writing, and then come back to me, right? I'm not trying to be a speed demon, but if I am, you can always pause this, okay? All right, let's read D. How many more magazines did Debbie and Jeff sell than Ben and Rachel? This is, again, 2 steps, right? So we're going to add Debbie and Jeff and Ben and Rachel so that we can figure out how many more these 2 sold than these 2. So here's step 1, here's step 2. Okay, Debbie and Jeff. Debbie sold 600, Jeff sold 100. So I'm going to say Debbie 600 plus Jeff 100 is a cool 700. And Ben and Rachel. Ben sold 300. Rachel sold 250, which is a cool 550. Now all we need to do is take away Ben and Rachel's number from Debbie and Jeff's number. So let's do 700 minus 550. Look at that. It's 150 again. So let's write our sentence. We should have done that before Mrs. Brady. Crazy lady. Let's write our sentence. It says, Debbie and Jeff sold 150 more magazines than Ben and Rachel. And just like that, side 1 is done. Let's flip a rooski to the other side. And please read number 2 with me. It says, the bar graph shows the number of visitors to a carnival from Monday through Friday. This is a popular carnival. Okay, so let's read A, please. How many visitors were there on the least busy day than on the busiest day? Okay, we can figure that out. So what was the least busiest day? Let's look. If we take our straight edge, I've already covered up, what day was that? Thursday. It's gone. So Thursday must have been the least busy day, which I'm sure you could have figured out easily. So if we're looking at this, this is going to be, how much is this? What we need to figure out is what scale they're using over here. Is this, it's 1 under 200, so is it 199? It is not. Don't let them trick you. So I think they're counting by tens is my guess. Let's count by tens and see if that's right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yes, they're counting by tens. So let's remember that each of these little dots, or lines rather, is 10. Which means that if this is 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. So on Thursday, there was 190. Okay? I'm going to write Thursday, 190 visitors. And you know what? There we go. Visitors. You know what I didn't do is write my sentence. Let's do that now, okay? Let's write there were blank more visitors. Why can't I spell this word? Visitors on the busiest day than the least busy day. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. You continue to write that, please. Beautiful. Okay. And what was the busiest day? You're right. It's Wednesday. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit surprised. I didn't think that Wednesday would be the most popular day to go to a carnival. I'm thinking maybe Friday, or Thursday, Friday Junior. They don't have Saturday or Sunday on there. But Wednesday, maybe just like in the middle of the week, it's boring. You're like, come on, let's do something fun. Let's go to the carnival. Okay, enough about that. Let's get back to business. So we are here. Let's count by tens from 400. So we're at 400, 410, 420, 430. I didn't need my straight edge. So I'm going to write Wednesday. 430 visitors. I'm going to spell it right this time. Yes. So now, because it's asking how many fewer, oops, I wrote my sentence wrong. Y'all, forgive me. It really means the same thing, right? Right? Yes? Yes, it does. How many fewer visitors were there on the least busy day than on the busiest day? So now let's do some subtraction. So we're going to take the busiest day and subtract the least busy day to figure out exactly how many fewer, not how many more, even though it means the same thing. Just go with me. 0 minus 0, 0. 3 minus 9, impossible. Don't do it. Let's go over here. Make that 3. Make this a 13. 13 minus 9. You got it. 4. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So there were 240 more visitors on the busiest day than the least busiest day. You could also say there were 250 fewer visitors on the least busy day than the busiest day. Means the same thing, right? Okay. And the last one. Let's read it together. How many more visitors attended the carnival on Monday and Tuesday combined than on Thursday and Friday combined? Well, I just don't know. So let's do it. Step 1, we need to combine Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. So Monday plus Tuesday and Thursday plus Friday. Let's write our sentence on the bottom before we get too far here. How many more visitors attend the carnival? So I'm going to say blank more visitors attended the carnival on Mon and Tues combined than on Thursday and Friday. A little side note here, friends. When you're comparing two things, the amount of attendees on Monday and Tuesday compared to Thursday and Friday, you're always going to say than. If you're comparing your favorite ice cream, I like mint chocolate chip more than chocolate chip cookie dough. You're always going to say than. You're not going to say then. Then means what happened next, right? Then the aliens arrived and beamed me up. You know what I'm saying? Just a side note. Okay. I know. I'm getting sidetracked. I apologize. Just been on my mind lately. It's been heavy on my mind. Okay. Let's add Monday and Tuesday's attendees together. So first, let's figure out how many were on Monday. If we follow our graph up, let's count from 300 until we get to this point by tens. 310, 320, 330, 340. So Monday was 340. And Tuesday, oh, it's right on the line. Isn't that beautiful? Is 300. I'm just going to put my equal sign down here since I kind of ran out of room over here. So 340 plus 300 is 640. How about Thursday? How do we do on Thursday? We said 190, right? We have 190 visitors on Thursday, and on Friday, that's a good one. That was a good day. Let's count from 350 by tens. So we started 350, 360, 370. Plus 370 equals what? Well, 0 plus 0 is 0. What do you know? 7 plus 9 is, thank you, 16. Carry the 1. So 4 plus 1 is 560. Okay? Now, let's do step 2. Because now we need to figure out how many more went on Monday and Tuesday versus Thursday and Friday. So we're going to take away 560 from 640. Let's do this math together. 0 minus 0, big old goose egg. 4 minus 6 is 2. No, it's not. You can't do that. Don't let me trick you. So we're going to make this a 5, make this a 14. 14 minus 6 is, it is 8. 5 minus 5 is 0. And there's our answer. 80 more visitors attended the carnival on Monday and Tuesday combined than on Thursday and Friday. And what do you know? We solved 1 and 2 step problems involving graphs. Nicely done, 3rd grade. I'll see you back again. This is not the last you've heard of me. Remember that tomorrow we won't be doing lesson 5. So when I come at you with lesson 6, don't worry, you're not missing anything. We're skipping 5. So we're going straight to 6. And I will see you all tomorrow.